welcome to today's Reiki session. Today we're going to be focusing on our environment, which can mean our physical space, whether at home or at work, or somewhere else that you feel comfortable. It can also focus on our neighborhood, our city, our town, our state, our community at large, or even the world. So today that's where our focus is going to be. I've got a couple of essential oils to support us in this process. One is Deep Blue, which is the soothing blend. This in particular helps to release pain. So I'm gonna just put this on the back of my neck on your behalf. We may or may not be triggering some painful emotions today with regards to our release. So in the event that we need support with that, we'll go ahead and use our Deep Blue. And then I also have oregano roller bottle. The oregano is very, very strong. This is caustic, or it can burn your skin if applied directly without any kind of dilution, but this particular blend happens to be diluted. So I'm going to place a little bit of that on heart center because oregano supports release as well. Today in our crystal grid, we have a beautiful piece of rose quartz, which is associated with heart chakra. When we're letting things go in our environment or decluttering, sometimes a lot of emotional attachment can be subscribed or ascribed to these different environmental things like objects or furniture, what have you. So this works on the heart center as well as this lovely piece of green aventurine. And I'm going to allow you to go ahead and relax and get comfortable as I explain our beautiful Prenite Oracle card, which will also be supporting us in releasing and supporting the heart chakra. Prenite is for release and declutter. It's time for you to release any stress from your physical and emotional body, as well as from your home environment. Try to clear out any clutter from both your home as well as your mind. This can extend to your workspace as well, whether that's in your home or outside of it. It's important that you release and let go of anything that you no longer need. Prenite has been sent to you today to help you move forward in your life by releasing anything that's holding you back. Prenite is also a well-known feng shui crystal. It can assist in the decluttering process. It helps you to become more organized and assists you to see things from the most beneficial perspective. When Prenite shows up for you, it's important that you heed its message. Are there any items or objects, maybe clothing or furniture, that you no longer need? Consider donating these items to charity or passing them on to a friend or family member. Do you have any emotional attachments to an object from the past or something that someone gave you that maybe didn't treat you very well? Remember, each object holds a vibration and an energy. It could be time to remove objects that hold negative memories or thoughts for you. Declutter and make way for new energy to come into your life. Go ahead and take a quick inventory of your physical body as well as your physical space. Notice any emotions that might be coming up for you, and just allow them to be without judgment. Releasing or letting go can be a challenging process sometimes. There can be a lot of emotion tied up with the act of letting go. We're just going to create space for that possibility today, just for you to release as much as feels comfortable, as much as you're willing to allow. If it's only a little bit today, that's plenty, that's good enough. And as you begin to take note of any areas within your physical body, any areas of tension or stress or pain, also begin to observe your emotions, making note of any distress that you might feel, any racing racing thoughts, or perhaps anything that might feel like brain fog or confusion perhaps, or just an inability to focus. Make note, allow those things to be. And just relax and enjoy this time. It's completely and totally normal as we go through this process. If any emotional stuff comes up, whether it's more recent or a little bit older, at any point, either during or after this process, you may experience some emotional release associated with the work we're doing today, and that's all right. There's no shame in that. Just allow it to be. If it's coming up now, that means it's time to let it go. Letting go doesn't necessarily mean losing or accepting that things are okay, particularly with regard to anything that you've held on to that might be negative. So for example, if you received a gift from someone who was once close to you, but is no longer a part of your life, and you choose not to release that object or that memory associated with it out of feelings of guilt or shame or fear that maybe someone might think less of you for doing so, we're going to choose to let that go now. We're going to choose to allow space to release that judgment and release that object from your life, whatever it may be. I recently read with regard to decluttering, if it makes you blissfully happy to have this object, if you are holding it whether in your physical hands or in your mind, and if it's neutral or makes you happy or fills you with peace, then it's something you should keep. But if there's any anxiety that's associated with a particular item, then it's okay to let that go. Conversely, if you are considering purging an item or items from your life that it makes you physically ill or extremely uncomfortable to even think of releasing right now, it's okay if they stay. It's okay if you're not ready. Just let those items remain as they are, where they are. And with regard to things like weight loss, I know that has little to do with environment, but as we all know, our 5 pillars of wellness are all connected to each other, and often as we work in one area, it will positively impact another. And with regard to weight loss, I would just like to say that if you are experiencing changes, whether that is a goal for you or it's something that's actually happening right now in your life, maybe we hang on to our skinny jeans in the hope that someday we'll fit in them again. And sometimes that energy of holding on can impede our progress towards that goal. I know it sounds very weird, but if we consider holding on to, for example, a pair of jeans, hoping that we'll fit into them again one day, every time we see those pair of jeans, like every time we see them, we might think, oh, well, I cheated on my diet, or I didn't do my exercise that I needed to do this week, or, one step forward, 2 steps back, and that creates a lot of negativity, and it really is more like an anchor that's wrapped around you. And rather than have that experience, if we release this old pair of jeans, for example, we can always decide through our weight loss journey if that's the direction we're going, or weight release journey, as I prefer to say, that we can buy new skinny jeans. And just that simple act of releasing what was old and allowing space to bring in what is new, so a new pair of jeans for our new body as we are changing with our release, that has a much higher vibration. That is much more supportive of your goal than punishing yourself every time you look in the closet. universal message today is that it's okay to let go. If something no longer serves you, whether it's in your physical space or it exists in your emotional or physical body, if it doesn't serve you, that's okay. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or how they feel about it. If it's time to let it go for you because that's what serves you, and you know that it's for your highest and best good, let it go. Those who choose to be a part of your journey with you and understand will be okay with it, even if it takes a little time. I'd like to invite you now, either in your mind or physically, to just move into a space that brings you peace. And just observe the items in that space, in the space that makes you feel happiest. It could be inside or outside. Wherever it is where you feel most like yourself, most in alignment with who you are and what you want to be. Observe the items in that space. Take kind of a mental snapshot so that in other spaces outside of this particular one where you feel most comfortable, most aligned, and most safe, can you create that, an extension of that feeling in other spaces as well, in your home, at work, in your community, in the world at large? What must be released so that you can achieve whatever it is that you seek? What has to be recycled and let go? What could be contributed to someone else's journey for their benefit so that you can move forward with yours? Any progress is good progress, even if it's just the tiniest little step. One tiny little step forward is all that you need to make. Observe also as you are purging, whether they're physical items or perhaps some emotional ones. Observe the physical sensations in your body as you do so, as well as your mental state. What are your thoughts? What are your emotions? How does your space feel without all these items in it? And perhaps, maybe, if you're ready, if you're just at the beginning of your purging journey, ask yourself when you hold an item, either in your hand or in your mind, why am I holding this? Why is this still a part of my space? And sometimes the answer is I don't know. And that's okay. It's all right to accept what is. The next question is, can I let this go? And then observe how you feel. And it may take a while if you choose to go object by object, and that's okay. Some people choose to get in a mood and they choose to just purge many, many things at once. And that's also okay. Whatever best serves you. There's no right, there's no wrong. There's only what's best for you. Just allow that release. And the relief that comes with it. The freedom. We're untying some anchors today. I'm going to invite you to begin taking another inventory of your physical body, your thoughts, and your emotional experience. Observing any changes, from the beginning of the session to now. Perhaps you have an idea in your mind about the things that are existing in your space that you can let go of, that you can pass along. Perhaps you've had a very emotionally charged experience today, letting go of many, many emotions that were long, long buried. And maybe those are still working their way out, and will for the next few days, and that's okay. I encourage you to drink lots of water, go outside, experience the fresh air and sunshine wherever you are. Take a few moments to be in nature, particularly if you've had a pretty emotional experience today. Nature is always very healing. And now let us begin to bring movement into the fingers and toes. Begin to allow the eyes to open, returning to this space and this time, feeling refreshed, feeling almost relieved, feeling a little lighter, a little brighter, knowing that we have everything that we need to move forward, knowing that as we release the old, we make space for new, that will bring us closer to who we are meant to be. And let us close with our 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Well done today. I know this was challenging, but you've done exceptionally well. And I hope that as you move forward through this process, that your environment will begin to feel more akin to what you were hoping, what you are striving towards, so that you can feel more at peace in your space. Thanks again for being here, and I'm proud of you. Namaste.